Nazar translate for me, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Eu respondo em português, beleza?
Brazilian arm wrestling. I get to come to the beautiful city of Sao Paulo. It's my introduction to South American arm wrestling. I mean, what is Brazilian arm wrestling, guys?
Quer começar a responder?
Pode começar você.
I think Brazilian wrestling is beginning to be known in the rest of the world. We have a lot of good arm wrestlers over here, and I think what is missing is money for people to go abroad and fight with known people like North American known people. And I think also divulgation. We have to be more broadcast in the internet.
Yeah.
So I think that is missing because we have very good arm wrestlers here in Brazil. I think even in sometimes better than North America. Not in the super heavyweight, but in the lighter weights, definitely.
It's interesting. I mean,
Como que tá a luta de braço aqui no Brasil e o que eu acho disso?
pretty much all the people that have come out of Brazil have done really well. I mean, when I think of Brazil right away, I mean, I think of Marcio.
Yeah.
I think of
Great arm wrestler.
yeah, one of the best.
Yeah, one of the best in the world.
Wagner.
Wagner.
And-
Also, one of the best in the world left-handed.
yeah, and Wagner really made me look at Brazil a whole lot closer. So when I had Wagner coming up, I started to really look at Brazil. You guys have probably the very best female arm wrestler. I mean,
Yeah.
if not the very best, one of the very best that's ever lived.
I think it's the best.
Yeah.
I think it's the best.
I don't
Gabriela Vasconcelos.
30 gold medals.
Yeah, definitely the best female arm wrestler that has ever lived.
It's amazing. I also think about people like Chris Regain.
Also a very good arm wrestler.
Yeah, and so amazing for the
Yeah,
camera.
entertaining and very entertaining.
I love to watch her. Eduardo.
Eduardo Rodriguez, Tietê.
Everybody who's come out has done really well. But I found there's a lot of people in Brazil that are they're not known by everybody.
Yeah, it is. And I can tell you one thing. I am better on my left arm than I am in my right arm. And in this side of the Atlantic Ocean, I can tell you that under 175 pounds, nobody can beat me left-handed this side of the Atlantic.
Luis Nazar, right? You heard it.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, if anyone reach that weight, you can beat me.
I mean, you've come up. You have traveled to North America. You've done some amazing stuff. You've beaten. I mean, you beat Storm Chelino,
Yeah.
who's one of our very best. Mike Solaris. You have wins on Mike. I saw you had a war with Canada's finest, Anthony Dell'Antonia.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe it's time for you to come back up, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I can't wait to fight against one of the best in North America, like I don't know, maybe Tony Kitolsky, maybe.
Do you think he would make weight if he pulled against you?
I don't know.
Just teasing, Tony. That'll never happen again with Tony. He's from now on never ever not gonna make weight.
Yeah, I don't know. My weight class would be the lightweight.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he can make lightweight.
But can you make 165 now? Can you make 165?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can make it.
Beautiful. And so left hand is your better hand.
Yeah,
So
it's my better hand.
it's interesting because WAL may, not sure, start running left hand matches. So that's interesting. You think you could beat all those guys?
Yeah, of
Love
course.
it. Love it. Bruno, where do you fit in, do you think? Like, how are you in Brazil?
quando você se classifica aqui no Brasil, como que tá a luta de braço para você aqui no Brasil?
Devon, primeiramente, obrigado por vir para o Brasil, por vir prestigiar o nosso evento e dar uma força para nós. Eu me classifico assim, atualmente eu dei um tempo com a luta de braço, vai fazer 2 anos que eu me mudei para São Paulo e nessa mudança de Avaré para São Paulo eu acabei me perdendo um pouco no treino e aí nisso eu passei a pensar um pouco mais na minha vida pessoal, trabalho, estudo e passei a organizar evento. E nessa de organizar evento eu acabei ficando sem tempo para treinar e dei um tempo com as competições, mas pretendo retornar em breve, acredito que ano que vem aí eu já começo a me dedicar nos treinos e retornar às competições aí, nacional e fora do Brasil.
He said that he moved from another city here to São Paulo, and his life got a mess, and he started to organization of the events. So arm wrestling came to a second place in his life, and arm wrestling cannot be in second place. So it's hard for him to get the training, evolution, and that's why he's not in his best shape.
I don't have time for trying now. I organize
Promoting.
a long time.
It'll all come back to you. Everything will come back, I'm sure. What is a lot of areas have specific, I guess there's cultures to our sport. I find that the Eastern Europeans are very strong. The Japanese are very fast. I find that North America can be very technical. What do you guys think about Brazilian arm wrestling?
I think right now we are focused on strength. I don't think we have the same weapons and skills that maybe North Americans have. I have been there and I felt that. When I went to North America and primarily United States to face some of these guys you told, I think they were more versatile, like they have more weapons. So I start to train and get better on my weaknesses. And so if I tell Brazilian arm wrestlers in general, I think we focus on strength, not the full range of motion that you all Americans are trying to do. Like if you say the best in the North American today, I think they can reach. They have a primarily weapon, primarily skill. But they can go in ruck, outside, shoulder press, and they are more versatile. But I think Brazilians are getting better and better and better.
Yes.
In sport.
I understand. Now, how is the sport organized in Brazil? Like, do you guys have an active club scene? Like, if you go to every major center across Brazil, are there guys getting together once, twice a week in arm wrestling?
Yeah, here in Brazil we have like some clubs, like people from our one city or their region get together to take table time. But do you mean about official arm wrestling here in Brazil, or do you mean about the athletes?
I mean both. So first, I just want to know, like, what's the culture like? So as a Brazilian athlete, are there practices on the regular all over Brazil? Like, is there, like, if you go to Canada, basically anywhere you go in Canada, pretty much you're going to be able to find a club that gets together probably once, twice, 3 times a week, and you're going to be able to go practice.
Okay. No, we don't have it. We don't have it over here. Ele está falando que no Canadá, qualquer lugar que você vai, você vai encontrar um clube de luta de braço que você pode ir, eles se encontram 2, 3 vezes por semana.
Tem um clube que é o clube de Indaiatuba, né?
E aí eles se encontram, eles fazem mesa, eles se juntam, eles fazem luta de braço. Aí ele queria saber como é que era aqui no Brasil. Quer falar um pouco?
Não, pode falar.
No, it's not the same here. Like here in São Paulo, we have a very few arm wrestlers. There is some people that is beginning now, and we are getting together in the park to have table time, but just one time a week.
Okay.
Just one time a week. We don't have a club. I train at my place, and I primarily train with my friends. Just 1, 2, 3, or 5 friends. That's the maximum.
Okay.
So we don't have a club where we get together. We had it. That was the city where I pick you up, but we don't have it anymore. It's not allowed to get in there to have training sections if you are not part of the club.
I understand.
So we don't have it anymore.
I get it.
So here in São Paulo, there's just a few arm wrestlers. Now it's starting to grow up, and Wagner Ferretti is starting an association with some new arm wrestlers, and we are growing up here in São Paulo.
What about in the favelas?
No,
Nobody's
not
arm
at all.
wrestling?
Not at all.
No arm wrestling in the
No.
favelas?
Not at all.
See, I feel like it could just take root there. Somebody could just leave a table somewhere and kids would just be starting to rip.
Yeah, maybe.
So how about tournaments? Like if you are an arm wrestler who's, getting together every once in a while in a club, doing a lot of work in the gym, how often are you guys able to have a tournament in Brazil?
So we don't have a lot of leagues that organize the events over here. So we have the officials tournaments like the Brazilian Nationals, the State of São Paulo Championship, but I don't go in these championships anymore. So I just go in the leagues.
Right.
We can say professional leagues.
Yeah.
It's not professional because they don't pay any kind of money, but they're starting to give money prizes.
Yeah.
So like ZT, Arm Wrestling League, Phoenix Arm Wrestling.
Yeah.
So whenever they make the tournament, I try to be there. Just this year, I wasn't able to train like I would like to, but I always go to this kind of tournaments that they organize, and they primarily do it twice or 3 times in the year.
Very interesting. So there is no support from a government?
Not at all.
Zero.
Zero.
Okay.
Not at all.
Is anybody trying to go that way?
Se tem alguém tentando conseguir algum tipo de ajuda do governo para a luta de braço.
Aqui é difícil, né? Então é difícil chegar no governo aqui. Acho que a melhor maneira da gente conseguir um apoio, conseguir levar o esporte para cima, são com empresas privadas e mídia. Acho que é a melhor maneira.
We both think the same. We both think that for arm wrestling to grow here in Brazil, the companies would have to invest money on the sport, sponsors, and even the sponsors and visibility. Visibility in the media, something like WWL has done in the United States.
Is there any of that yet? Is there any?
Not even close.
What about, is there any YouTube guy who really pushes the scene here? Is there anybody?
Se tem algum youtuber brasileiro ligado à luta de braço que esteja despontando? No, I don't think so. Not in arm wrestling. Like we have a lot of digital influencers, but not on arm wrestling. Not at all.
See, that's the interesting thing for me, because when I started to look at Brazil, because when I started to focus on Wagner, I found that the only things that I could find really on Brazilian athletes was when they left. You know, so I know that there's a lot of Brazilian athletes, and that's one of the reasons I'm really excited about this tournament, because I get to see it firsthand. If you were to put together a team of, let's say, 5 men and 2 women, okay, to represent Brazil, what would you pick, and who are these people?
Se tivesse que escolher 5 homens para representar o Brasil da luta de braço e 2 mulheres, quem seriam e por quê?
Can I just right away say Gabriela and Wagner?
Gabriela and Wagner, that's for sure. That's for sure. But the other ones, quer ajudar? Quem você acha?
And you guys don't own Marcio anymore.
Okay. No,
Marcio.
I'm saying that he's American now.
He was yours, but they've got him now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take Marcio out of this.
Yeah.
Na minha opinião, com certeza o Thiago, pelo desempenho que ele sempre vem demonstrando. Reginaldo teve um histórico espetacular no esporte, está retornando agora, depois de uma lesão, então são 2 atletas que não dá para descartar.
Sim.
Inclui o Wagner, ou o Wagner.
Não, Wagner also. Wagner Bortolato.
Wagner Bortolato, sem dúvida nenhuma. E aí, 2 leves ou continua na pesada?
Não sei, quem mais você acha que é pesado, leve, qualquer um?
Eu por acompanhar, por ser da cidade de Avaré, escolheria também o Paulo Massucci, porque ele é um cara que ele veio buscando muito conhecimento, ele evoluiu muito bem.
O Paulo Massucci that fight against Michael Todd.
Yeah.
Ele é um cara que eu sempre acompanho, ele tem um cronograma legal, ele foca quando ele quer competir, e, entendeu? Eu escolheria ele também para representar.
Concordo.
E, cara, não sei, tem uma vaga aí para escolher que é difícil de escolher porque tem vários assim que talvez estejam no mesmo nível para representar, entendeu? Mas você com certeza é um ótimo atleta, eu treinado com certeza sou um ótimo atleta, e tem Eduardo Tietê, tem muitos outros atletas aí.
Eduardo is living in the United States.
So he's like.
Yeah, so it's like we can say from Brazil actually right now.
Yeah.
But we did Thiago.
Now I've heard Thiago a lot. So Thiago's about 220 pounds.
Yeah, maybe 100 kilos.
He looks like he's made out of steel. His physique is perfect.
Yeah, he's tremendously strong.
Yeah.
He's so strong.
You don't see too much footage of him losing. Do you think, like, how do you think he would fit in North America if he was able to get up there?
I think he would probably be fighting for the hammer of Robert Vengeance Jr.
Do you think he could beat Rob Vigent Jr.?
Definitely.
Wow.
Thiago could definitely beat him. I think he's capable of beat Thiago also, but I would bet my money on
your house.
Yeah, I would bet my car.
That's
I would bet my money on Thiago.
Okay. So Paulo
Massucci, Reginaldo Bento.
Reginaldo Bento. Who is he?
Ele perguntou quem é o Reginaldo.
Reginaldo, ele é da minha cidade natal. Foi uma das pessoas que me inspirou, que me treinou. Ele já teve títulos mundiais. Ele era o melhor do Brasil. E por uma lesão no bíceps ele deu um tempo, ele parou e hoje ele está retornando. Mas ele tem uma história incrível no esporte, e por meio de alguns desvios aí ele desanimou do esporte. Por algumas, vamos dizer que a condição do esporte no Brasil e o nível que ele estava, ele acabou desanimando. E aí veio a lesão e tal, e ele deu um tempo e está retornando agora, com esperança de que o esporte melhore.
He trained him, he was of his hometown city, and he got an injury, a serious injury on his biceps, but he's getting back, and he was the best arm wrestler here in Brazil, very, very heavyweight, and now he's coming back, and I think right hand, nowadays he's the very best with Thiago,
Okay.
very best.
Okay.
Thiago. So, Thiago, Reginaldo, Paulo Massoudi, quem que é o outro? Wagner, and maybe
you.
Maybe me left. I don't think right-handed. I am in that level.
Okay.
But left-handed, definitely.
I have heard rumors, like when I was coming into the sport, I heard about a Brazilian giant, some 7-foot tall arm wrestler from Brazil. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Quem que é aquele brasileiro gigantesco? Não era o Paulão?
Qual?
Que tinha 2 metros de altura, gigante, tinha um braço gigante. Da luta de braço. He's a very old school arm wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I don't know him.
So he's no longer active?
I don't think so.
I heard he was very, very good.
Yeah, he was.
And so for the women?
O Vidal sabe quem é. We will talk to José Carlos Vidal, that is my coach in my club.
Yeah.
And he will tell about this guy.
I heard he was tremendous.
Yeah, he was. And he is big.
So would it be Gabriela and Chris, or is there some other girl in?
Maybe Gabriela, Chris, and Tatiana.
Vitória também, tá?
Yeah. Right. Strong team.
I think that is it. Yeah. But very good arm wrestlers. All of them, all of these ones that I ranked, they are all very good and very strong.
Very good. So what do you think is the future? Anything that you guys are working towards to shape?
I think right now, for the future, here in Brazil, I can't see anything good. I just can see something good if we start to promote ourselves to go to North America. I don't think here the sport will grow like more than we are right now. It's growing. It's becoming better. The leagues are becoming better, but in my opinion, I think if someone wants to be known as an arm wrestler, he must go to the United States. Maybe WAL would be the doors to do it. O que ele acha sobre o futuro da luta de braço aqui no Brasil? Se você acha que vai crescer, se você acha que vai... O que você acha? Eu falei pra ele que eu acho que não vai crescer muito mais além do que está agora, mas que está dando pequenos passos, mas que eu acho que não vai mais muito além disso por causa da cultura, do Brasil. O Brasil tem uma barreira para alguns esportes. Aqui tem muito futebol e muito pouco de outros esportes, e mesmo para a imprensa da cobertura é muito difícil
de achar alguém que queira.
É muito difícil achar patrocinador. Então eu acho que se você quer ser conhecido dentro da luta de braço, você tem que se promover aqui dentro, mas tentar ir para fora. Porque eu acho que a WAL hoje
a promoção, acredito que seja melhor.
Exatamente.
Yeah.
So I think if you are not in the Matsurenko team, or if you are not in the WAL team, you will never be known as you all guys are. You all guys are over there.
Only sport.
Like I mean, I really think that if some arm wrestlers of WAL came here from Brazil, you would be beaten by many Brazilians guys. But they are well known. They are broadcast known. They are
So I'm in dangerous territory right now.
No, not you, not you at all. The heavyweights, I think, that don't apply to heavyweights. Super heavyweights don't apply. I think nobody here would be able to beat you, Dave Chafe, Michael Todd, what else? Matt Mask. These guys, these
So
heavyweights.
Most of your strength is in the like 180,
Yeah.
200.
Yeah, 90 to 100 kilo.
Yeah, that's where your real strength is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
80 to 100.
80 to 100.
80 kilograms to 100.
Yeah, North America is filled with fat people.
Yeah.
We're all obese. So there's lots of us over 100 kilo in North America, especially the further. Well, there's Texas, but the further north you go, we have to be warm in the wintertime.
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah, it's hot.
you don't want to be big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm.
We have beaches over here. We must be.
Yeah, what here? What do you have here?
Not beaches.
Ah,
Not
I was like,
beach.
I know what you mean. Beaches. But you know, if
It's
you haven't been,
close.
you gotta be. You can't be
Pronunciation.
getting fat for bitches either. You can't. Nobody.
Oh, it's close. The pronunciation's close.
Yeah. But both. You can't be fat for either one.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm really looking forward to it. You know, I just gotta say, I think that if I was in Brazil, I just even seeing what I've seen so far, I mean, I think that you guys have a fighting culture. Like, I feel like if you're Brazilian, you love fighting. I mean, going to that gym today, I mean, it's in your blood. I mean, it's in the culture. Everybody does sports. Everybody's fit. You go out on the street. Everybody looks healthy. I feel like if you can just get it in the public eye more, you know, on a grassroots level. I mean, a lot of times people look, you know, to WAL or PAL or WF, and they don't look on their neighborhood corner, you know. I feel like if you're in Brazil, you look out this window, you have Sao Paulo, you have 22 million people right there,
Yeah.
you know. If you take a table, even just a small group of you, and just, you know where the busy parts are, right in the busy part, arm wrestle, public, people see it, people come. Next place, you know, a few days later, and bounce it around, visibility goes up, people gravitate towards it. Your team goes from having, you know, 4 or 5 people to 20, 40, 50 people. You have population on your side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what his father-in-law is doing.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. He did it, and he did it very well, and he could bring some arm wrestlers, some beginners.
Yeah. It's important.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
It's important. But I think visibility in the media
Yes.
would come with pro arm wrestlers.
Homo android.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Next level.
That's it.
Hey guys, thanks so much. Thanks for having me down here.
problem.
Love this place already. I can't wait till the event. Guys, tune in, watch these guys. It's gonna be crazy. UAF Ultimate Arm Wrestling Fight.
Yeah.